Why is vibration plate training so good for you? Well, stick around. Let me explain. My name is Gordon. I'm with Unlock Your Bioenergy. Today is Tuesday, December 16th, 2025, and I want to talk to you about why vibration plate training is good. And I've got a little graph here that I've drawn, and you can see here an XY graph. So we've all kind of been through, done some math in school, and this will help explain why I think it's good for you. So you have on the y-axis activation slash tension and range of movement on the x-axis. So when you have a band, like you see on behind me, tension is usually going to start somewhere. You're not going to start at zero. Essentially, you're going to have to start somewhere in the center here. So you're going to be like this, something like that. Okay, and range of movement is 0 all the way to 10. Okay, so if you think 0 and 10, pretty straightforward. Now, when you look at the red line, you see here that tension, if it's linear, tension's going to be there. But with the vibration plate, it actually kind of morphs it where it's like this. And depending on how fast the vibration is happening, those lines are going to be either farther apart or closer together. If the vibration is moving, speed is fast, they're going to be closer together. So what happens is that you're going to have like this. It's going to look like this. So this, let's say this is a slow vibration. So it goes to, slow. And as you pull, if you were to hold, let's say, your arm in the middle of the movement, then you have the vibration moving like this with the tension. And so what happens is that the muscle is being activated at that particular point in the range of motion with the vibration in along with the resistance. And so it's basically like, flexing your muscle over and over. You could do a linear, when you do linear lifts, you can feel it's constant, right? But let's say if you have what they call a sticking point, you can't hold it up here. You could take a lighter weight, lighter resistance with the band, add the vibration, and then hold it here and strengthen that range, that the muscle at that range of motion. So at 10. And when you apply this technique to all the muscle groups, you create more stimulus. And this is one of the reasons why I keep coming back to it, because it just, the amount of activation that I get, it feels, you could really feel it. Now, when you mix it up with different techniques such as type 2 explosives, or let's say you're going to do bang, like type 2 fibers, then basically the vibration doesn't affect it, because you're moving the muscle or contracting the muscle faster than the amount of vibration. But when you hold it isometrically within that, with the vibration, then you're stimulating the muscle in a different way that it's not familiar with. And that's where I think you get results. So if you're reaching plateaus, well, then it's probably time to try doing the vibration plate training, because it's something that the muscle doesn't know. It's one thing to move it slowly and isometrically and hold it, but it's another thing to do it with resistance and the vibration. So it's kind of similar to when you see people doing wall sits, or moving like the legs, like the twitch muscles, right, really fast. And it's kind of like a form of vibration, but it's self-inflicted. Now what happens when you apply additional resistance and it's forced vibration? Then the body has to respond in a different way. And that's why I like it. Because it gives you a real good method of creating hypertrophy inside the body. And if you want the muscle to grow, doesn't matter what muscle group, push, pull, legs, core, it doesn't matter. And when you apply the resistance in with perpendicular angles, muscle doesn't know any numbers. It only knows what it feels. So if you're looking to perhaps increase your metabolic rate, vibration plate is a good way of doing it. Because of the activation that it creates, it's a lot. 3 minutes of putting the muscle through resistance and torture, it's going to create hypertrophy. 100% it will. And since I started doing this, I noticed I wasn't reaching a plateau. Like, it's one thing to keep increasing the weight, but again, the muscle is gonna know, it's gonna respond. If you want it to respond, you gotta force change on it. You gotta give it something that it doesn't know what to expect. And with the vibration, it when you combine the explosive type movements, slow, sliced reps, whatever it is, you add in that element of vibration, it's a killer combination. Very, very good. I know there's a lot of people that say, oh yeah, it looks kind of gimmicky, especially using a vibration plate. But again, if you're going to use your own body weight, it works too. Now, if you think that just standing and locking your knees on top of the vibration plate is gonna, really strengthen the muscle, there you have to think a little bit more about that. Like, seriously, that's sure it's gonna shake the lymphatic system, but does it actually train the muscle? Not really. You have to stretch the muscle, basically. You have to put it through its form of or through its range of motion in order for the muscle to respond and to actually feel something. So if you want to work the legs, if you're going to do squats on the vibration plate using your body weight and hold it isometrically while the vibration plate is on and creating vibrations, yes, your body's going to your muscle has to work to hold the position. So you squat from standing position all the way down, hold it like this, and then come up, right? So can that be an effective form of training for the quadriceps? Yes. Yeah. It can be. And if you have a lot of weight that you're carrying, a lot of body fat percentage, well then yeah, that weight is gonna be used as resistance. So burn it off. Try it with the vibration plate. You don't know until you try, and I'll tell you, there's something to it. It's a good tool. Now I like combining it with the you know, these are, I use body elastics bands, and I I first tried this now, it was, well, when the pandemic began. I was working from home at that time. So I'm like, okay, I got this vibration plate. Hey, why don't I try using it? So I did. And yeah, it definitely, it makes you stronger. I put on more muscle in 3 months than I did in in 8. Like seriously, like it was that significant. And that's when I realized that okay, this is legit if you use proper training techniques. And of course, you know, if you're eating well and you put on the weight if you want to. Like I don't want to be putting on too much weight. No, no. I still want to fit in my pants. But one thing I did notice is that my quads grew. Pants didn't fit. So if your goal is to put on muscle, you can do it. 100% you can. And I'll be the first one to tell you, vibration plate, because it works. And if you wanted to, you know, explore some of the other things that I've talked about, you know, you can look at that QR code there. You can scan it. It'll take you to unlockyourBioenergy.godaddysites.com, and you can read some of the other things that I've shared. You can also visit the website, which is here. I've got a variety of different buttons, so this is just mirrored on the screen. Hey, I'm on different social media platforms as well. And you can find me. I stream here live 6 days a week on Facebook. How long that'll be, I don't know. And then to fuel the body, there's two things that I really recommend. One is deuterium-free 114-degree molecular bond angle water. And why is that? Because it supports the electricity and the functions of DNA genes inside the body, the mitochondria. It's the fuel. And it gives me the energy to do this 6 days a week. And I keep putting on muscle with only one meal a day. 25, 30 grams of protein. About that. Between 20 and 30 grams, let's say. Like it goes up and down all the time. And when you combine the cleanest and most absorbable water to that of exercise, you're stimulating 78 genes in the body. It's known. And that 78 genes helps you develop strength, cardiovascular strength, like just helps you. Okay? But you must not forget that you have several thousand genes also that could be untouched inside your body. So how do you activate those genes to regenerate and reset them, much in the same way as you do physical activity? And when I say physical activity, I'm meaning exercise with resistance. Okay? Either it's calisthenics or using bands or free weights like I also use. So that's 78. The exercise does 78 genes. How do you get the balance of the other several thousand? Well, I use what's called X39 from LifeWave. And I wear it here 12 hours a day. And what it does is it activates the several thousand genes in addition to the 78 that I activate just with exercise and resistance training. So am I really starting to reap the benefits by combining the three things? So the water, the exercise, and then the X39? I am. I'm feeling it more and more and more every single day. And there's nothing better when you can live well, live long, but most importantly, live young. And you can do that too. So I encourage you to follow along every day. I tried to do something new, but if you just need the motivation, then I'm here for you. And my only ask is that you help yourself by scanning that QR code right there and make a purchase of X39 for you. Because it's one thing to do the exercise, but it's another thing to support the several thousand genes as well to really kickstart your body. I'm a little bit greedy because I want to reset and regenerate as many genes as I can every single day. Because that's true longevity. That's preventative maintenance. I also supercharge that with the water, which I just drank, the cleanest and most absorbable. So am I lucky because of that? Yeah. But I also have to make the water too, and I show you how to do that. When you go to bioenergy.godaddysites.com, you'll find the link right here. I tell you exactly how to make it, how to get it. There's no other, if you want 114 degree molecular bond angle water, you have to make it. There's no other way around it. No other way. Because it's only done through rapidly heating and cooling the water. It's the only way. It's temperature that does it. And the man behind the invention knows what he has, and I respect him for it. He will not sell out. And because of that, that's his gift to humanity. But he also wants to reap the benefits from that too, from his invention. And I don't blame him. Now, if you click here, that'll take you to the webpage that I'll show you right here on screen, where you can read the benefits of each different phototherapy patch that's available. The X39 was developed in 2008, and it's the flagship. So it's how would you say, the most well-rounded. But it specifically targets the GHK copper peptide, which we all have. And that stimulates several thousand genes inside the body. Then there's the X49, the Alavita, SP6, glutathione. Which one's this one? The Advance. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Oh, it did it again. Lovely. The Aeon, and then the Interspark, and the Ice Wave. If you have difficulties with body fat percentage, the Interspark could be of benefit to you because it targets beta oxidation, meaning helping the body use fat cells as energy. Because it's one thing to fast, let's say, and force your body to break down those. Like to be in a caloric deficit. Some people, maybe they need more than just a caloric deficit to really stimulate mitochondria and beta oxidation levels inside the body. The Interspark can help you with that. And it's all based off of the phototherapy technology that David started. David Schmidt, the founder of LifeWave. Actually, the Interspark is the first product that he developed, which targets beta oxidation in the body. So, that interests you? Have a look at the website, and you'll see. And then for pain relief, the Ice Wave is superb. Works very, very well. I'll tell you. I've seen now several people now experience the benefits of it, and they say they're sold. Like, it's one thing to get, painkiller and such as, like Tylenol 3 Advil or whatnot. Does it really work? If you have deep chronic pain, it's one thing to take care of it, but it's another thing to actually fix that pain, to make it go away. And how do you do that? That's the X39. Helps. So, with that, that's the QR code. Scan it, it'll take you to the site there, or, as I showed you, find it at unlockyourbioenergy.godaddysites.com, which will be right here. So, today's workout. Gonna do a 9-minute warm-up. Followed by push exercises. Got 6 selected for today. Just gonna adjust this so it doesn't fall down. It's heavy. I'm gonna do dips, upper chest, regular push-ups, flies, and then tricep extensions. So making sure you're getting the full range of motion. So full triceps are going to be from a full stretched position, and I'm not targeting the range of movement, and it's going to be good. So, for starters, just going to make sure I know what's going on here. Retry. All right, so I'm going to turn the Bluetooth speaker on. That's good, 60 beats per minute right now. So yesterday I said it was 109. So times 2 is what did I put it at? What did I say? 136. Okay. Here, I'll put it at 136. So that's going to be the tempo for the warm-up. All right. And set the timer. I forgot. 9 minutes. And let's begin. Rope of choice, it will be the Buddy Lee Rope Master. So, I really like this rope. If you find it, you could probably find it still on Amazon. But any rope is suitable. I like this design because of the long handles, so the rope stays away from your body. Today's exercises will feature the upgrades that I did yesterday, or that I showed yesterday, that I revealed. And can do all kinds of funny dances. I like to keep the tempo up. And at the 2.5 minute mark, that's when I will increase the pace to an all-out burst for the balance of the warm-up. I like to kind of test my body that way. I tried to do more than one. Sloppy. Do little mini sprints. So the nice thing about this jump rope, you can really increase the intensity without having to wait for it, which is what I like. So if you're looking to increase your foot speed, the jump rope is the way to do it. Okay. So 1 minute left, and then I will be increasing the intensity. So I think what I'll try is doubles, switching between double unders and basic bounce. So like this, and then doubles. So just doing that. So what I will try to do is 8 of each. So 8 basic bounce, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, and then 8 double unders. And I might consider doing a little bit of ladders as well. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. 5, 6, 7, 8. 2. 2. Up. 1. Really? 1. Really? All right. Wow. I don't know what I hit for a maximum heart rate, but I saw two something there. So switching back and forth between the double unders and the regular basic bounce. So forces the body to stay at a high cardiovascular rate. So I'm going to reduce the metronome down to 60 beats per minute. So that'll be helping with isometric holds. So 4, 1. So you could hold an isometric hold for 4 seconds in each kind of range of the motion or range of the movement, and then by doing that it helps eliminate any sticking points that you might have. So for starters, I've got bands here that are attached to the ceiling, and I'm going to start by doing dips. Just realized towel. Alright, so here we go. Have the see if this is kind of behind me. Yeah, there's just tension starting here, so which makes this safe, which is what I want. I'm always about making sure safety first. All right. Now, so by having the vibration here, so you can lean a little bit more forward, hold the position, so I'm pushing down as if I'm doing an actual dip. Sit down, head like this. On the vibration plate, so there's a little bit more tension here. And you can hear how body is vibrating, moving, as I showed you in the XY graph. So, getting additional muscle activation. So here I'm leaning a little bit more forward because of the way I'm kneeling down onto the vibration plate. Wow. Okay. Here's a little bit less tension. I'm still kind of leaning forward, making sure that I can feel the lower chest fibers doing the work. So that's what you always want to make sure, that whatever muscle group you're targeting, that it's actually, oh, wow. Slow isometric, a slow negative. Because it feels really, without the vibration, it's linear now, right? When you add the vibration, it just makes it not linear anymore. Alright. Next up is upper chest. So I'm going to keep the plate in the same position. I've already set up some bands here that are, one is anchored on behind me. The second one here is behind me as well. And so for the upper chest, basically we got tension here. So I'm getting in if you have your elbows more forward or closer to your torso, that's going to involve your front deltoid. So you want to spread them out a little bit, so that way you get just the upper pectoral. And by having the vibration plate as part of the mix, here I have to squeeze the glutes and also the quads to hold the position. So that way I'm using only the pectorals. But this exercise involves, or this setup here involves more than just the upper pecs to do. So I'm getting a core exercise as well, because the stability has to become involved in order to execute this range of movement. of the angle where the bands are attached to the wall, it's on the lower part, and then you press upwards like this. Can you hold it isometrically? Back up. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Hold it here. Tension. Wow. Oh, wow. All right. Next up is just a regular push-up. So I'm going to move this a little bit farther away from the wall here. Grab my Bosu ball, which is going to be on the floor here. And then I'm going to include the perfect push-up, so that way I can freely move my hands. And here we go. So you can increase the intensity by doing a 3-point push-up if you wish, whether it means one-handed push-up or just lift the leg up, make it a 3-point. So whichever you feel most comfortable with. See, with this here, now I can target wow. It really, by rotating the angle of your elbows either towards your torso or away with the vibration, it really makes it uncomfortable in a good way. Oh, wow. Very, very good. I have to build the strength for this. Oh, wow. This is pretty uncomfortable. So, you know, Jay Cutler, he likes to hang around in the lower part of the rep here, doing it this way. Very, it works very well to fatigue the pectoral. How long can you stay in? Wow. Oh. Wow. Oh. All right. Feels very good. Next up is flies. So I'm going to use I've got a green band here. I'm going to attach it to my elbow and take the vibration plate and put it here, kind of like in the center. Yeah, somewhere there. Nice and even. And then take just some regular weights here. Since I've already done now tortured the bottom end of the, oh yeah, you need a towel. Because my head. Alright. And put this in the elbow. Alright, now like this. And we're gonna increase the intensity by taking the bands and putting them on my hands like this. So by doing it this way, I could feel now oh wow. So you want to squeeze those pecs. So here we have the extra weight, now holding. So getting a full range of motion. Oh wow. You don't want to try to bend the elbow too much because it takes try to keep your arms as straight as possible. It's easy to bend the elbow. So if you want to change you can use a supinated type hold. That way it helps with taking the arch out of the elbow. Oh wow. Hold it here like this with the free weights at the bottom of the rep. Now up. Now we get the back end of it. Okay, now I'm going to switch back to the elbows to make sure I take that extension. Keep the elbows higher, closer together when you're contracting. Now here we are. Move them down like this. Squeeze. A little bit up higher. Squeeze. Up higher. Squeeze. Superb fly exercise. You want to target those inner fibers that are along the sternum. I could really feel it. And the vibration just adds another element of activation, which those fibers would not normally see. Because you can't move your arms fast enough for that. Okay, next is switching to triceps. So I'm going to keep the vibration or the towel on the vibration plate, and I'm going to take this single green band and I'm going to attach it to a higher anchor point here on the wall. I think I'm going to put it here. I think that's where I want it to be. Kind of. Maybe one more. So that way there's some tension at the start of the rep, and I'm going to attach it here. So that way there's, yeah, maybe that's appropriate. Let's see. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, this is going to be, that's actually a lot of weight. It's more than I should. Just realized. I'm just going to use a single red band. I'm going to put it in the center here. Take this guy off. Because combined this is about 13 pounds, I think, worth of resistance. But with the time, it's really going to... I want to be able to make sure farther back. There we go. Now we got tension on both the bottom and the top band. So here we go. Facing towards, and you want to hold. Basically, if you're lying down flat on the ground, you want to hold that weight, that free weight, and squeeze that tricep. Hold it. Then you can throw in some explosive reps. Squeezing the tricep all the way at full extension or full contraction. Now bring it back. Holding it here. Could change it up by having a little bit more tension here by changing position, so I'm facing a little bit more in a like a 80, I would say an 80 or 75. My torso is about 75 to 80 degree angle. Now up more upright, full extension on the triceps. Slow, negative. So now I'm back to 75, holding here, so I get more of a tension on the tricep at the beginning of the rep. So it's like my forearms are almost squeezing the bicep. Now all the way through. Holding it there. Back. Full contraction. Alright. Now I'm going to switch to this one. More up. So here's focusing now on the tricep at full. Can squeeze it. Alright. Those triceps are feeling the burn. I really like to torture the triceps in the same way that I do the bicep. If you want to have a bigger arm, that's what you got to do. Alright, so now I'm going to switch the bands. So I want to be one higher here. I think that's where I want it to be. One higher from the bottom, one from the top. So that way the tension starts at full stretch of the triceps. So if there's going to be tension right here at this point, I want it to be the strongest. And then having the green band will just top it off at the mid-range of the point. But because I'm using a lighter weight, it'll balance itself out. So here we go. 3 minutes. Yeah, it feels good for distance. So I have the tension here at the beginning of the rep. Yeah. And you can kind of zigzag them up if you went. If you want to throw them a little bit farther, I like change the angle. Here's more narrow palms. My elbow's cracking today. So again, with this movement, I have to squeeze the glutes and the core in order to fire the cannon, as Jeff would say. And the triceps are fatigued already. So this definitely helps with the Feel It Friday workout that I do. metronome. So again, striving for the time range, more or less 30 to 45 minutes, so give or take. So I'll finish this up here. Do a quick screen capture. Today's date, October 6th, 2025. Starting time was at 2:23 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And, oh, look at this. Or here, I want to see, first of all. Wow. I was in that range a long time. Wow. So here, I hit a maximum heart rate of 212, and I was in that max effort range for 40 seconds. That's how long the heart rate was in that range for. So you could see here, 200. Wow. So here I am walking around as if everything's normal. Can you get a good cardio workout with the jump rope? You bet. You just got to do it and fight the how would you say, the discomfort that you get, especially, you know, to keep the energy levels high. Now, I'm 49 years old, and I'll be the very first one to tell you how good the water is for blood circulation, because if my blood quality was not good, I wouldn't be able to sustain this kind of heart rate. 40 seconds for a max effort. That's pretty telling. My all-time max heart rate is 217. That's measured, and that was back in 2023. So, and this app, if Wahoo is watching, it recalibrates. So that's how I know. And it's been that way since 2023. So, for all those people out there, you want to improve your cardio? Jump rope is a very, very, very good way of doing it. Now, make sure you support your blood quality with the cleanest and most absorbable. Support your several thousand of genes, DNA genes, by using this in combination with the water. And I'm telling you, the proof is in the live stream here. Now I hit 200 last week, and I'm doing it again. So, and this time I thought, okay, I'm going to push the intensity as you saw me do it. Double unders and just basic bounce. 8, 8, 8. Just keep rolling. And here I am telling the story at the end of the session. So I'm as real as a heart attack. Make your purchase. It'll help you as it's helping me. And I'm proving it to you 6 days a week. So join me again tomorrow for Wacky Wednesday. It's going to be leg day. It's going to be gooder. We'll see you then. Bye.